Good afternoon, students. Today we are going to continue with the lesson Jainism and Buddhism. In that, we are going to study about the topic Buddhism, the Gautama Buddha. In that, we are going to study about Siddhartha, who was later known as Gautam Buddha, was born in Lumbini near Kapilavastu in 567 BC. Siddhartha was a Kshatriya prince surrounded by the luxuries and pleasures of royal life. He was married to a beautiful princess Yashodhara and had a son named Rahul. A happy family life and the luxuries of the palace failed to satisfy him. He was restless and detached. His life was like such. Though he lived a life in a prince, like a prince, but the problem was he was not satisfied with that life of luxuries. Though he was married, he lived a happy family life, but something was there which failed to satisfy him. He was always restless and detached from all the people in the palace. So he started to move for the search for truth. The four great sites proved to be the turning point in Siddharth's life. It is believed that once, while he was on an outing in his chariot, he saw an old man, a sick man, and a dead man. These three sights saddened and disturbed him greatly. Then he saw an ascetic who looked calm and serene, unaffected by the sorrow and misery around him. Siddhartha decided to renounce all the worldly ties and go out in search of answers to the mysteries of life and death. One night, at the age of 29, while his son and wife were asleep, he quietly slipped out of the house. He moved from the house, breaking all the worldly ties, and he became an ascetic. Ascetic is a person, a saint, who live a life of truth. He leave all the life of luxuries and live a life of a saint, calm and serene. So for 6 years Siddhartha wandered from place to place in search of truth. One day he sat down under a peepal tree in Bodh Gaya and began to meditate. On the 49th day, true light dawned on him. He became Buddha, the enlightened one. He had at last found the cause of human suffering and knew how to overcome it. From Gaya, Buddha went to Deer Park in Sarnath and preached his first sermon. For next 45 years, he moved from place to place, preaching his simple message. He died in Kushinagar at the age of 80. By this time, there were thousands of people who had embraced Buddhism, who adopted Buddhism religion. Buddha's religious philosophy is called Buddhism. It is called the middle path because it avoids the extreme austerity of Jainism. Too much. Jainism was very much strict, though that level it was not. So Buddha's religious philosophy is called Buddhism. It is called middle path. In the middle path, it is called because it avoids all the extreme austerities, very difficult, tough systems of Jainisms. Not that extreme level it was, but it was in the middle path, as well as extremes of ritualistic of Hinduism also. It avoided those too much ritualistic of Hinduism. So it was in the middle path. That is why it became so popular also, Buddhism. The main principles of Buddhism are contained in Four Noble Truth and Eightfold Path, or Ashtangika Marg. Ashtangika Marg, you can announce it as Ashtangika Marg. The world is full of suffering, and the cause of suffering is human desire. Suffering can be ended by overcoming all the desires. Desires can be overcome, and freedom from the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth can be achieved by nirvana. The Eightfold Path leads to nirvana: right belief, right thought. Right speech, right action, right means of livelihood, right effort, right memory, right meditation. So you can read the flowchart which is also given in the book. So these are the Eightfold Paths which you have to follow to study in Buddhism. Buddhism gives the Eightfold Path which you have to follow with right belief, right thought, right speech, right action, right means of livelihood, and right effort. Ahimsa. Buddha preached ahimsa or non-violence. He condemned all the animal sacrifices. He stopped animal sacrifices. People's actions will decide their destiny. This is karma. What do you mean by karma? In Buddhism, people's actions will decide their destiny. Good deeds are rewarded and evil deeds are punished. Nirvana. A person's ultimate goal in life is to attain nirvana, that is, escape from the cycle of birth and death. This state of bliss can be achieved by following the Eightfold Path. Caste system. Buddha strongly condemned the caste system and preached that all people are equal. Buddha as a god, as on belief on God, Buddha was silent on the existence of God. He mainly stressed on the moral values such as honesty, non-violence, obedience, and respect for elders and kindness to all living beings. Spread of Buddhism. Buddha preached in Pali language, which was easily understood by the common people. The simplicity of his teachings and principle of equality greatly appealed to the people, especially to the traders. Buddhism spread rapidly in India and other foreign countries such as China, Japan, Burma, Sri Lanka, Nepal, and other regions. He established monasteries in order for the monks called Sangha. Underline it. These monasteries became the centers of education of learning. Buddhism was spread far and wide by monks and nuns. Royal patronage of kings like Ashoka and establishment of Buddhist universities like Nalanda were all other important reasons for rapid spread of Buddhism all over India. So how Buddhism spread? Buddhism spread far and wide by monks with the help of monks and nuns who became the preachers and teachers of Buddhism. An establishment of Buddhist universities also was done like Nalanda, which spread other important reasons for rapid spread of Buddhism. Buddhism, like Jainism, was divided into two sections, Hinayana and Mahayana. The Hinayana Buddhism consists of Buddha as a preacher, and Mahayana Buddhists reverted to ritualism and worshipped Buddha as God. Buddhism inspired artists and architects to achieve great heights of cultural excellence. It helped in the development of Buddhist literature. The religious literature of Buddhists is contained in Tripitakas and Jatakas. Buddhism gradually declined in India for the following reasons. Hinduism was reformed and purified. The Gupta kings patronized Hinduism. India was invaded by Huns. Buddhism was nearly wiped out from India, but it found wide acceptance outside India also, and it continued as a main religion. In Southeast Asia, Tibet, China, and Japan. There is a comparative study done between Jainism and Buddhism. What are the similarities? Mahavira and Buddha both started their reform movement as a reaction to the evil practices that were prevalent in society in the name of religion. The Upanishads were the source of their ideas. Their basic concepts and ideas were the same. The world is full of misery, and a person is born again and again because of his or her karma or action. The highest goal of a person's life was to attain moksha, or freedom from cycle of birth and rebirth. They rejected the absolute authority of Vedas. They ignored the existence of God and opposed all religious rites and rituals. The principle of equality was also emphasized, forced, stressed upon. So, what is the world is full of misery? The basic concepts and ideas which was added here was that the world is full of suffering, misery. When a person is born again and again because of his karma and action, the misery and suffering increases or decreases. The highest goal of a person's life is what? To attain moksha, or freedom from cycle of birth and rebirth. They rejected the absolute authority of the Vedas. They ignored the existence of God and opposed all religious rites and rituals. The principle of equality was what? It was emphasized. They upheld moral and ethical values. They preached in the language of the common people only. That is why they became popular. There were certain differences. While Buddha was the founder of Buddhism, Jainism was not founded by Mahavira. He was 24th and the last teacher of Jains long before it was founded and followed. So Jainism follows the path of extreme austerity and physical suffering that includes death by starvation. When Jainism follows the path of extreme austerity and many type of physical suffering that includes death of by starvation. But sometimes too much starvation also lead to death. In Jainism it happened. But this level of austerity was not followed in Buddhism. Similarly, it followed a middle path. Buddhism followed a middle path that rejects severe penance and physical self-torture, physical punishment. The punishments and all those, too much severe, strict maintenance was not followed. It was the middle path. The Jains practiced an extreme form of ahimsa, non-violence, that forbid the killing of plants also. My God, the plants also they cannot kill. Insects and even the germs. And germs will also live. So the Buddhist concept is limited to non-violence only, but Jainism was so strict, you see. That is why they did not become too much popular and Buddhism became popular. Buddhist concept is limited to non-violence towards human beings and animals only. Buddhists do not agree with the Jain view that inanimate objects like stone, wood, and etc. have life. When a Buddhist did not agree with that, these things had life. There are important words in the lesson which you have to study. The Tirthankaras were the religious teachers of Jainism who preached Mahavira. Jina means conqueror of self. Ahimsa means non-violence. Both Jainism and Buddhism preach these principles. Karma means the people's action decided their destiny. Moksha means freedom from cycle of birth and death. Digambaras were a section of Jainism. The word means sky clad. And next is Svetambaras, monks who wore clothes who did not believe in hard punishments, penance, too much strict maintenance. Purvas and Angas are religious literature of Jains. Ashtangika Marga means the Eightfold Path. Nirvana means freedom from cycle of birth and death. And Sangha was the order of Buddhist monks. Tripataka Jatakas were Buddhist religious texts. So these all you have to read. Till this much you read, revise the lesson. I will give you today the worksheet section to solve. Solve it, do it, and then in the next worksheet you will get the answers of it. And the previous fill in the blanks few I have given from inside the book of Jainism, those fill in the blanks answers I will give today in your worksheet only. And I will give you again few more questions to solve. Those questions again you solve, try to solve, but answers also I will give you in the next worksheet. Okay, so keep on reading the book and always keep the practice of reading and practice of writing the answers which I am giving to you in your copy the answers which I am giving, questions, small fill in the blanks also you copy. Okay students, thank you.